Hey! So, we're going to try another go at cold waters. We're going to jump straight into the campaign. I do have one saved at some point. I don't actually know how far in the campaign I am right now. Let's see. Come on. Right. Ah yes, so I believe I've just come away from the base. Let's see what my mission is. Summary. Wait, no, that's not it. $121,000 tons sunk, that's pretty good. Pause, brief. Review orders, let's have a look. Satellite recon spotted enemy cruise missile submarines and several attack submarines preparing to sail within 72 hours. It is imperative that these SSGNs are sunk before they can strike at NATO convoys transiting in the North Atlantic. It doesn't say anything about where they are. That's not really good. Alright. It's just somewhere in the North Atlantic. I've just got to find some subs, which could be pretty much anywhere. I'm thinking maybe if we hide behind the Sonus line here, this blue line here, we'll be able to see if a submarine is on its way. Ah, come on, there you go. Come on, move. Right. So we're in the vicinity of Torshavn in the Faroe Islands. Our speed is, oh, that's a bit fast. Let's go to, if we go to 15 kiloyards, depth is 600 feet, our heading is 115. Our speed is 20 knots. So we have a contact bearing 134, so I'm just going to jump straight in. I'm going to slow my speed down so that I don't get detected right away, and I'm going to have a look at, see if we can find this contact. Ahead 1/3. So there's a contact somewhere bearing 134, that's about here. And there is no thermal layer, so that's going to make this a bit more interesting. So let's, right, so we've got a contact now. 137. Let's see if we can classify this contact signature. Or it might be something like that, but I think it should be a sub, so that won't. Yeah, it's not going to be a surface ship, definitely not. Got another contact, Sierra 2, it's cavitating, so it's going really fast. Right. That's not good, he's using, I think he's using active sonar. And now he's disappeared. Let's see if we can't classify this boat. Well, I need to scroll through until I get to submarines. Let's level up my, stop my rudder there. Or, could it be a Romeo or a Foxtrot? Oh, it might be a Tango. Or a Kilo maybe. Maybe if we slow down even more, we'll get a better sound picture going on. Or it will be much clearer. See, as you can see, now I've slowed down to 3 knots. The noise is clearing up a little bit. Now we have a 60% firing solution, that's pretty good. At this point we could fire a snapshot, but I'm not sure if it would hit yet. I think that might be it. It might be a Victor 1. Let's just call it a Victor 1. Now we have a firing solution of 71%. And now we can see where he is on the, in terms of depth relative to us. Let's get these bad boys ready. Get these torpedoes ready. We'll keep 1 as passive and 3 active sonar. So this guy is ahead of us somewhere. Can't see him in real life yet. He's ahead of us and above us somewhere. So let's sneak forward again. Firing solution of 86%. Gonna make this. That's a Victor 3. Okay. And he's very close. You can see him now. You can see him now up here. So let's get this torpedo going upwards, and we're going to fire very soon. Let's fire tube 4. He's changing course though, so he might have seen us. Or he might have seen the torpedo. Yeah, he's pinging us now. He's definitely aware. So let's change the direction of this torpedo. Yeah, he's evading this torpedo now. So we're just going to keep changing the waypoint and the range of this torpedo until it goes active, just to try and make sure our torpedo gets a hit. And it is eventually catching up, and it's starting to go upwards now, or was it? Although he's not diving or anything, which is a bit odd. He's going very fast, he's cavitating like hell, you can see all the bubbles. Let's increase the range of this torpedo slightly more. And this thing is going to go active very soon, and then I'm going to see if I can manually make it go upwards. It doesn't look like he's trying to evade it, actually. Oh, he's still pinging it. There we go. So now this torpedo is locked. And this guy is making knuckles in the water, as you can see. It's confusing my torpedo a little bit. We're just going to see if we can't manually steer this bad boy in. Oh, and it disappeared. Ah, we hit him. Yes, nice. That's a good kill. Right, let's sink down a little bit. Let's make our depth 700, and then we'll go a bit faster and see if we can't find that second contact. I'll see if that second contact has re-emerged. And if we can't find him, we'll go up maybe. Let's go ahead 2/3. Make our depth 700, we'll maybe go a bit faster and see if we can't go towards this second contact and see if we can pick him up. Otherwise, we might go to the surface. There's an off chance that the second contact will have surfaced, and maybe we'll see him there. Bearing in mind, I believe the crush depth is 1,000 feet, so we're not going to go that deep. So now we're going ahead 2/3. Our speed is ahead 2/3. Our speed is 10 knots. So that Victor 3 is all the way to the bottom now. That's kind of odd because he was starting to use active sonar at the end there. and but he wasn't, and he was knuckling in the water. He was turning very quickly and making the water bubble and everything, but for some reason he wasn't deploying any decoys or noisemakers, I should say. Let's load tube 4 again. Head standard, let's speed up a little bit. I'm not worried about cavitating and making bubbles at this depth. It's only when I go shallower, that's when the propeller will start making bubbles. Come on, torpedo room, tube 4, loaded tube 4, we've got tube ready, great. Let's compress time a little bit. Right, let's slow down, maybe go to all stop, and see if now that we're going a bit slower, see if we can clear up some of the noise. Let's maybe float upwards as well, and maybe go towards the surface to periscope depth and maybe radar depth, and see if we can spot this second contact again. Vessels, so the game is telling me that I can't leave yet because there's still a vessel nearby. That's good. That means the enemy is somewhere around here still. Let's just go forward slightly. Depth is passing 600 feet now. Let's change our plane so that we can go slightly faster upwards. We want to get to 50 feet and then have a look through maybe our radar mast and or deploy our ESM mast, I should say, to see if we can pick up a passive radar contact, and then maybe look through the periscope. Unless we pick up that contact again before passing 400 feet. It's kind of irritating that contact just disappeared. Passing 300 feet. Let's level our planes out a little bit and slow our ascent. Let's level the boat out. Descending very fast now. Or ascending, I should say. .76 feet, it's only 5 feet. We're so close to the surface now. 54 feet, 53 feet, 50 feet, 49, right, stop. Let's deploy ESM mast. Oh shit. Had an ESM contact 167. then lost again. Let's get the periscope up. I can't see because these waves. The sea is way too choppy. Contact Echo upgraded to Master 3. Oh shit, he's active radaring us now. Right, let's get out of here. Alright, let's dive. So I believe they picked us up on radar there when we were, I believe I saw a purple radar line coming towards us. Which means that they actively had a radar. I'm not sure what that contact was. I think it was a surfaced submarine, but I'm not sure. But that was a third contact, which is designated M3 Master 3, which means that it's been picked up by 2 or more sources. But I didn't manage to laser designate it because it was the sea was too choppy. I couldn't see anything. Let's go to 300 feet now. Or 350 feet or something like that, and then maybe pick up our speed. This game is really spooky. I keep hearing some weird noises through my headphones, and I keep thinking that's like the noise of a ship or a torpedo or something. S2 has been picked up again. We've regained contact. Contact S2, bearing 146. So that's to our port side. Still going too fast. I believe that might be another Victor, but I'm not sure. Let's see if we can't match the let's turn more to our port side. Let's see if we can't match the sound picture up. Could be a Charlie, maybe. Charlie 1. Still don't have its depth though yet. Yeah, I'm gonna. Oh, is that a Charlie? There's a line here. It looks like. It might be a Charlie 2. Designate that a Charlie 2. See, my firing solution is now increased to 70%. That's much better. .74. And he's not much shallower than us, although he is sinking towards our depth. I don't think we've been detected yet. 87% firing solution. There he is, right, let's fire. Let's go with passive sonar right now until he detects us. He's heard something, he's definitely heard something. I think, yeah, he's changing course. I know he's evading. Yeah, he's detected that torpedo and he's evading. So let's change the course of this this torpedo. Now he's trying to ping with active radar. He's desperately trying to find out where we are and where this torpedo is. Let's change this course a little bit more again. We just keep, as long as this wire isn't broken on our torpedo, we can keep changing the course of it and the range when it goes active. And then when it goes active, we can actually steer it ourselves, as long as we don't snap the wire, which is always a possibility. Yeah, he's sonar pinging the hell out of this water, trying to escape this torpedo. Just make sure we don't have another contact. Maybe I'm adjusting it too much. Let's just let it go. Ah, he's dropped a noisemaking now. Let's steer this thing around, this noisemaker. I'm steering it manually now. Though it hasn't picked him up yet. And now it has. Oh, we're gonna hit him on his reactor. Yes, that's a kill. Right, let's take us up again. Take us up to the surface again, or to periscope depth again, and see if we can't find that third contact. M3, Master 3. This is a pretty tense game, actually, although it's mostly tense because I'm worried that I'm going to be detected, but I don't think they've detected me at all yet. They've just detected my torpedoes. They haven't fired at me in any case. So now we are approaching 140, bearing 140 degrees, or a course of 140 degrees, I should say. 170, 106. Oh. Let's level us out. Oh, that might have been a bit steep there. It's a very that was kind of a bit of a steep ascent. It's my bad. But I think we'll be all right. 75 feet now. We want to get to 50 feet again. feet. Deploy the ESM mast. See if we can't get any passive radar contacts. Contact re-established. Oh shit, that's close. That's a surface submarine. I think he's diving. I think he found us. So let's dive. I think he dived anyway. Although we could always surface and then fire. Let's try that. Actually, yeah, let's try that. Let's take our ballast up again. If we get a firing solution so high, I'm gonna fire on him. Or the range might be a bit high, but we'll see. Depth 60 feet. Keep deploying the radar mast, that's not good. Contact M3. It looks like he's still on the surface. There he is. Well, that's where we think he is. Bearing 182. These waves though, man, I can't see anything because of these waves. Firing solution 42%. I think what we're going to have to do is just dive down deep. Yeah, I'm not going to see in there. We're going to have to dive deep. Lost contact again. Because he's right on the surface. Right, yeah, we're going to dive deep. Let's take it down to like 400 feet or something like that. Well, it's not that deep, I guess. And we're just going to power our way over there. Because he won't be able to hear our propellers cavitating bubbles. If we're so deep. Let's dip our nose down and make us dive slightly faster. So I believe those, what we encountered just now, the Victor and the Sierra, I think those were the defensive, sorry, the escort subs for the one on the surface, which might just be a ballistic missile sub. Let's level our planes and even out our ballast there. We're at 400 feet nearly. So if we can't go faster. Head 2/3 maneuvering. Aye. Let's go ahead standard. See if we can bring up our speed. We'll go forward a little more. Maybe a couple of thousand yards more or something like that. Speed is 15 knots now. We'd always compress time as well. Steer a little bit to clear our baffles. Right, that's probably time compressed far enough. Let's take our speed down again to 1/3, and let's start our ascent again and see if we can find that sub. You can see that's where we traveled. We traveled over the corpse of that Victor 3, and then you can see I meandered a little bit just to clear my baffles, my rear area, which is blind. Sonar blind. Let's take her up again. Now we're a bit closer, we might be able to detect that vessel. "250 feet. Let's level our planes out a little bit and slow our descent. Sorry, I keep saying descent, it's ascent. Let's level the boat out. Decrease our ballast. I do not want to broach the surface. This is like a really slow fighter dogfight. 54 feet, 53 feet, here we go, 52 feet, 51, 50, 49, stop. Deploy ESM mast again. It's a lot further now, or our firing solution is a lot worse, so it appears further away. Firing solution 15. Firing solution of 20. It must still be surfaced. I'm not sure why he would be doing that unless he's in trouble. Firing solution 20, 40. So our sonar operator thinks that they're at 21,500 yards, which is a long way. We're gonna have to really speed ahead, I think. Firing solution 41. We're gonna have to repeat that process, I think, of yeah, as soon as we lower the mast, it disappears. Nah, hopeless. See if we can't find that. That contact appeared momentarily to the north of us, then that's due to the unreliability of our firing solution, our belief where the contact is. Let's see if we can't designate the contact that will make this firing solution significantly better. I guess we could go active radar, but then we would alert them to our presence unless they already are. No, we're back to surface ships again. It definitely wasn't a surface ship. It's not a blue whale either. It can't be a typhoon. I think we definitely have a line there. That's pretty much the only one I can definitely say. We still only have a firing solution of 36. might possibly be an alpha. Oh, it's hard to say. Firing solution 39. We're very, very slowly increasing our reliability of our pinpointing him. We're back up to surface ships again, and I can't match any of these submarine signatures with what I can see on my ESM mast. I can only really make out one line there, possibly one here, but I don't know whether I'm imagining it or not. Why would it be a typhoon? I don't think a typhoon is a ballistic sub. I'm not sure. Firing solution 40. That's good. At least we're keeping him on scope. Echo. No. .46 firing solution. 50%. The longer we have him, on scope, the higher the firing solution becomes. But designating him properly would make that a lot better. I think there might be a line here. Could be a delta. If we designate that a delta 3, I don't know whether that will help our firing solution or not. I don't believe it's a delta 3 though. Might be a delta 4. Firing solution is now 55%, and maybe it helped a little bit. Firing solution 60%. All right. It's 28,000 yards though. We're gonna have to, fuck it, we're gonna have to go down. Unless, no, we're gonna go down. And we're gonna try and pick up some of those 30,000 yards of distance. We're going to go to 300 feet and we're going to go all ahead flank, or ahead flank I should say. Just remember, the deeper we go, the less sound signature our propeller generates when it turns faster. It won't cavitate, as they call it. Let's level out the boat, pick up speed. Head 2/3. Head standard. We're now at nearly 460 feet or 360 feet. Head full. It's compressed time. I don't want to sit here all day. Clear our baffles slightly. Although I doubt we'd be able to hear a lot. traveling at this speed, 20 knots. Right, let's decompress time, slow us down, let's take her up again, see what we can find, see whether this contact is any closer than it was before. I've gone down to the slowest speed I can now, just to, if we gave them any kind of sonar contact, it should be disappearing pretty fast. Also that we're changing our depth as well, that will make any contact they did have less reliable. Level out our planes. We'll start removing some of the ballast, or some of the taking some of the air out of our ballast tanks. We're at 90 feet now. See, there's some scary sounds happening. There's a whooshing sound. It sounds like a torpedo rushing past or something like that. 54, 52, 50, 40. Come on, let's get to 49 feet. Let's get the ESM mast out again. Contact re-established. Have no idea what the range is. 7,000 yards. 7,500 yards. So that boat is traveling very slowly. Immediately our firing solution has gone up to 36% already, because we're so much closer. Well, he's going at a bit of speed. Now at range 7.7 thousand yards. .8. Yeah, he's going faster than us, so let's go down one more time. Let's go down one more time and maybe 4,000 yards. Let's go, or 3,000 yards, and then see if we can't get a better signal. He must be an extremely quiet boat though, because we're not getting any sonar contact with him, only radar contact, or passive radar contact I should say. ...150 feet. Level everything out and get rid of our let's go faster. He's going fast, but not faster than me, obviously. That might be enough. Let's go up again, hopefully for the last time. Well, we have traveled like 30 kilometers or something ridiculous, 25 kilometers to get this guy. Hopefully he hasn't changed course or anything like that. $170 feet. Let's level our planes. Ninety feet or something like that. Oh, we might broach the surface there. I didn't want to do that. Very close. Raise the ESM mast. Do we have radar contact? Alright, so now we have no passive radar contact. That's not so good. Might mean that he's dived, which wouldn't not be amazing. I don't like sitting on the surface with my pants down if he's dived down. Alright, let's get down. We didn't make contact with that thing, with that ship again. Fuck. And this guy is extremely quiet. I haven't made any sonar contact. Maybe I made too much noise and scared him off. At this point we could just go active sonar, but that would be dangerous. But I think I'm running out of options otherwise, so let's just do that. Nope, nothing either. The only other thing then to do really would be active radar on the surface, otherwise I have no idea. Unless we dive much deeper. Let's try diving somewhat more further down. At least we haven't picked up a torpedo in the water or anything. That's always a good sign. Yeah, this is frustrating. I thought we had him then on that last dive down and resurface. We closed a lot of the distance between our last known position of that contact, and he's just not fucking there. Not picking up anything on passive sonar at a deeper depth. So I guess we're gonna have to try and surface again and maybe use active radar instead of passive radar. but we will be broadcasting our position. But then we did already just risk that. There's that whooshing noise again. I think it might just be a part of the background music, which is not very nice of them. Yeah, there's activity nearby still. So he's still out there. It's not like we can leave the mission until one of us escapes or dies. Decrease our planes to 10 degrees. Degrees, 0 degrees, and we'll wait for our ballast. Let's 0 our ballast, 0 everything, take us up to 50 feet again. Maybe he dived down. Let's get the radar up. Contact re-established. Oh. He's ahead of us. 11,000. Right, let's just get a torpedo in the water now. So that's an Oscar class. It's at 12,000 yards. And we only managed to get him with active radar. But now he probably knows we're here now. If he didn't before, he does now. I don't know whether we'll be able to hit him at this range. I can't remember what the range of a torpedo is before it explodes. But he's at 12.2 thousand yards. And these torpedoes are a bit slow, but they are faster. Yeah, he's tracking us now on radar. He knows we're here. Let's compress time a little bit. I think we're going at the same speed. He's cavitating, now he's going faster. Yeah, he knows. But he is at the surface there. And he's trying to dive, I think. Maybe he's found the torpedo. I think we might have him. Yeah, boy. Well, that's a hit. It's not a kill, but he's blown his ballast now. Let's give him another one. So we've hit him and he's flooding. He's trying to get to the surface again. This is quite a tense hunt because I don't. It's not really nice to use your active radar mask or your active sonar because you just broadcast the shit out of your position. but it looks like this Oscar is yeah, he doesn't know. Well, he's no threat to us. He's trying to get away. He's sinking, and he's desperately trying to keep himself afloat. Compress time a little bit there. His nose above the water there, the water line there. That's a kill! Finally. Let's take our mast down, let's take our radar down. Now we're done. Well, that was quite a long haul slug. Quite a lot of distance we travelled there, but I'm happy I did that. It took a long time. Now we can leave the mission. Enemy engaged. We found all 3 of the enemy. We sunk them all. But that was, I mean, hunting that Oscar wasn't hard. It just took a long time and a lot of patience. But like, he didn't appear like he even knew we were coming. Didn't appear to try and evade those torpedoes, really, other than go faster. Didn't try to turn, change course. And then we hit him once and he started sinking, and that's why you saw him like trying to float upwards there. The other 2 didn't even see us. Congratulations on a job well done. Sinking those subs keeps our boys safe. Await additional orders on this downlink. Yes, sir. Wolves driven off. Incidents involving attacks on transatlantic convoys by hostile submarines in and around the North Atlantic have rapidly diminished, and an anonymous spokesperson suggested increase in NATO submarine operations in the area are a contributing factor. However, the Pentagon has denied such claims. Without the threat of attack from submarines, transatlantic crossings are becoming more efficient and suffering less losses. There should be fewer losses. If this improved influx of supplies and war materials can be sustained, NATO forces will be in a position to take the fight all the way back to the Iron Curtain. So I have a new mission, and I'm going to call it a day there. I'm trying to attempt an amphibious landing at Reykjavik. And that was that. Save this bitch.